Welcome to Chad the Home Care Guy. Real conversations about aging, home care, and the decisions families face every day. Hosted by Chad Fisher, founder of Avail Home Care. Because caring for the people you love shouldn't be confusing. Let's get started.
All right, everybody. How you doing? This is Chad the Home Care Guy. I'm back with Chad the Home Care Guy podcast, brought to you by Avail Home Care. And today I am with a newer friend of mine, Tom Dacy of TOOTL Transport. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You've been coming to events lately, so we've been able to at least hang out and be side by side a few times and talk a little bit. But, I think I find your company to be super interesting because we're in a time right now where transportation seems to be one of the big talking points, I think, with seniors. I really do. I've said that for years. I got into Avail, started about 8 or 9 years ago. And within the first few years, I realized that transportation was something that we're lacking. So it's pretty interesting. So talk a little bit about TOOTL Transport, about how you got there. I think you're co-founder?
Correct.
Okay. So give me a little history on the company and where you came from and how you got here.
I love it here, by the way.
Yes. Nobody leaves.
We started about 15 years ago in Chicago.
Okay.
As Special Needs Chicago Transportation. Same business model, private pay, take anybody anywhere they need to go, no mileage limitation. Same clients, assisted living facilities, rehab, individuals, families, doing very well. Expanded to Milwaukee in March 21.
Oh, good.
Named it TOOTL Transport.
Yeah. How'd you come up with the name?
We hired somebody to,
Okay.
and they gave us like 10 different options, and the last one was this one.
Yeah.
With the logo and the color and everything.
Yeah.
We said, that's it.
That's the one.
That's it. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we opened in March 21 there during the pandemic. Yeah. Great business.
Great time.
Oh, you should have seen it. It's breaking into place. Everything was closed up there.
Oh, yeah.
Unlike Florida where it was pretty open. But yeah, it's doing awesome. And in August of last year, said, let's go down to Tampa.
Okay.
We did our research, did our due diligence, and headed down here.
Oh, that's awesome. So transportation being such a critical piece of senior care, what are the biggest gaps you're seeing in the Tampa Bay area that probably made you move down here?
Lack of reliable. We did a lot of vetting, a lot of research, because it's a big move. A lack of reliable, safe, on-time, wheelchair accessible transportation. There's a big boy out here that you see everywhere. And then there's smaller spaces, but we talked to a lot of facilities before we got here, whether it's rehab or assisted living or memory care. And their number one issue was transportation. So that motivated us to get down there as soon as possible, to get our team of drivers and start rocking and rolling. We went live August 12th.
August 12th. You guys are doing good, obviously. I think it's a huge industry to be in. I think it's very needed here. So
it's never going away.
It's never going away. You're right. It may only get bigger, honestly. So what makes TOOTL different from rideshare services like an Uber or Lyft when it comes to seniors?
There's a lot of differences. Great question. We're door through door.
Okay.
Number one, they're curb to curb.
Yep. I love that.
You can't let 85-year-old Mrs. Jones off at the curb. She might have some memories. You just can't do that. So you got to get her in safely, turn her over to somebody with responsibility. We're on a reservation-based system. We're not an on-demand service. We do some same-day rides, like discharges from hospitals and stuff. Yep. They give us like a 2-hour window.
Sure.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
We can execute. We're 24/7 with proper planning.
Yeah.
We have no mileage limitation.
Hey, proper planning. You heard that? To 24/7 with proper planning.
And we actually answer the phone live by a team member or myself 24/7 also.
Really?
Yeah.
You get a lot of late night calls?
We can.
Yeah.
Just Easter Sunday, somebody called me at 11:55 just to get information, 11:55 p.m.
Right.
Just to get information about our service.
Wow.
And we answered. So
well, that was impressive enough for him, I'm sure, to go ahead and use you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So a lot of other places you call in our business, you'll get a recording after 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Even if their website says, hey, we're operate 24/7.
Yeah.
That's not the case. You'll get a recording. Hey, we'll get back to you within 24 hours. That's not our model.
Right.
We truly are compassionate and empathetic about taking care of everybody, whether it's just calling in and getting information or we're taking them actually someplace.
Right. Oh, that's great. Can you share a story where transportation made a huge difference in someone's ability to stay independent?
Yep. Perfect. In Chicago, there's awesome rehab facility called Shirley Ryan Rehab. They're,
Okay.
in my opinion, one of the best in the world. We take people there every day. And we get a call from the wife of a gentleman that we were taking 3 times a week for 6 weeks. And she called us crying, saying, "We can't use you anymore." We're going, "Why?" "Because with your help, Jerry's better. He doesn't need to use your service anymore."
Really?
And she was just, that's the kind of relationships we built.
Yeah.
And that goes right here. Right. So that was just one of the stories that I could share with you.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, you want that, but you don't want to lose the business. But at the same
Right.
time, it's like those are the reasons why we do what we do.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's life changing for everyone.
We've had people using us for years, Chad, that ask for the same driver
Really?
because that's how the relationship builds. And just look at how something else that separates us and what makes us different. In Chicago, our least senior driver's been with us 9 years. That's unheard of in the industry.
Yeah.
And in Milwaukee, when we opened in March 21, we have all the same drivers. We just added on because of volume growth. So we don't have turnover. These are
They're
professional.
staying with you long term, and
They're professional drivers.
Yeah.
They're not part-time
Right.
college kids that are going to leave in 6 months. So
well, that retention just goes to show how important the job is and how good they do. Obviously, they love what they do in order to stay.
they're the
that long.
cream of the
So,
crop.
says a lot about your business too. So when you have no turnover, it just says a lot about the company.
It's a lot easier to operate when you don't have turnover.
Absolutely. So we talk about aging in place. How big of a role does reliable transportation play in making that possible?
A lot, because some folks can no longer drive safely, so they reach out to us, whether they're in a mobility device or not. They just love our reliable, safe, on-time transportation. And so they don't need to necessarily go someplace that provides it,
Right.
because we're there.
You're there for it. Yeah. Talk a little bit about your transportation vehicles. How many do you have? What do they look like? You're doing wheelchair or car? I'm not sure what you have. So
all of our vehicles are wheelchair accessible.
Okay.
There's different sizes
Okay.
that can hold different amounts of people, whether it's 1 wheelchair and 3 ambulatory folks, or 2 wheelchairs and 4 ambulatory. There's just different sizes for different events or needs that folks have.
No, that's good. How many do you have in the Tampa Bay area?
8.
There's 8. Okay. How many total? Not to put you on the spot, but do you know how many total you have?
In Chicago, Milwaukee?
Yeah.
Chicago, we have 16. Milwaukee, we have 10.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot. That's a lot of drivers.
It is. And we cover the whole area.
Right.
And if you look at the Tampa area, 3 counties, it's a huge landmass.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of territory to cover.
Yep.
So we have folks in Pasco, Hillsboro, Pinellas.
Yeah.
So we give them rides that are as close to their location as possible.
No, that's good. That's good. I mean, I've been in the business long enough to be able to take people. In the very beginning, I was doing a lot of that stuff myself, where I was going to doctor's appointments with new clients we got. So I did a lot of stuff with transportation and using some of the other people that were out there. And it was a struggle. I mean, it was a struggle to get picked up, to, you're waiting. Yep. A lot of times I remember going to a dental appointment with a lady, and she was getting dentures. And I remember coming back out after making the phone call that she was totally ready to go. And, they knew it would be about an hour appointment or so. And I think we waited out front for 2 hours, hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours. And we were outside. It was tough.
Yep.
And then I remember a few times where they won't cross certain lines. So they had the doctor's appointment was just across a certain county line or whatever it was. And I mean, it was one of those where you could go there and stop at the light, and there's the line, and there's the office right there, and they won't take you there or pick you up there.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, so it's like you have to call a secondary one that covers that place in order to get picked up and taken, 900.
That's why TOOTL has no boundaries.
That's what I love about it, too. I read that, and I was like, that's the perfect scenario for anyone that needs transportation, because it's times like that where this person now has to figure out a whole different game plan just to get across the street. You know, it's crazy. It really is. What are some of the biggest safety concerns families overlook when they're doing transportation for their loved ones? Anything that you can tell the families out there that they should be looking for, even when to use you?
Use us anytime. There are safety issues because 85% of our folks are in mobility devices, scooter, wheelchair, manual, or electric. And it takes a professional to secure them.
Sure.
They stay in the wheelchair. They don't have to transfer to secure them safely in the vehicle, so they're nothing. Regular folks might not know that.
Right.
Our drivers go through training and all the stuff, defensive driving, drug tests, background checks, all that.
Sure.
So it's important. That's the number one priority, is making sure they're safely in there. And it's great that they don't have to transfer. They can just stay in their mobility device if they wish to, and we secure them and take them to where they need to go, unsecure them, get them into where they need to go.
Yeah. Do you have more than one person in these vans at a time, or it's just the driver and then passengers?
Passenger, or escort, or if
are you getting a lot of escorts, like I was doing as well?
Oh, yeah. And that we don't charge for that.
Yeah,
we encourage that.
Is great because it makes it easier on your drivers too. That way, it's service goes from that door to door, and you know the escort's able to do that for you.
If there's a memory issue or something like that, we require it.
Yeah,
for safety.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. What trends are you seeing in Tampa Bay with the growing senior population and their mobility needs? And this could be anything across the board. It doesn't have to be transportation based. I think I asked this to just about everybody.
Well, for us, it's us creating awareness that we're out there, that we're different, that we're out there, we're available, 24/7, and we have no mileage limitation and all that good stuff.
That's why I love doing these, because this is what gets us out there, so that people understand and know what you guys do. These resources are invaluable.
Yeah, so that's it. Just letting everybody know that we can be a resource 24/7. And if you go to most communities, assisted living, nursing home, they might have their own vehicle.
Yeah.
But they have a mileage limitation. All of them do.
Sure.
It could be 6 miles, it could be 10 miles, but they all have a mileage limitation. That's where we could come in as a backup.
Right.
And they also don't work 7 days a week.
Right.
That's where we can come in as a backup. So we could be a valuable resource to many, many communities and facilities.
Which just goes to show, if someone offers transportation, that doesn't mean that they're still going to be able to get to where they need to. Just because the facility offers it doesn't mean they can go that far or whatever else. So
I'll give you an example. And this happens often. You know how people move into communities and facilities, but
unfortunately I do.
Yeah, I know. But 70-year-old Mrs. Smith has probably been seeing her regular doctor for the past 40 years, and it's out of the community's range to go to take her to visits. Sure. That's where we can come in.
Right.
Because it might be 20 miles away. They can't go there for whatever reason. And I love it. I mean, it's great for us.
Yeah. That's awesome.
We can come in and be a great resource for them.
Oh, that's really cool. If a family's listening right now and struggling to figure out transportation for a loved one, what advice do you give them? Give them the phone number, the website, whatever it is that you would like to shout out to everybody so that they can find you and use you.
Our phone number is 813-502-0022. And again, we answer live 24/7. If we don't, you get the recording, we call you back 5, 6, 7 minutes later.
Yeah. If you want to talk to Tom, call at 11 o'clock at night. Go ahead. I promise.
Yeah, we will. But keep that to a minute.
Yeah.
And our website, right? TOOTL/Tampa.
TOOTL/Tampa Bay. Okay.
That'll get you right to us. All reservations, by the way, are done on our website, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
About 80% of the folks go on there and do it. 20% don't want to.
Yeah.
85-year-old Mrs. Smith doesn't have a computer.
Right.
So over the phone. It's completely up to them.
That's good. I mean, we're getting to that point, I think, more and more as time goes on, a few more years. I think more people are going to be okay using the computer all the time and doing that. But we're still in that kind of buffer zone where even my mom doesn't like to use it all the time.
Nope,
so
I get it.
I'd rather call in and have someone schedule it for me. And it's great that you guys do it. So anyhow, appreciate you coming on today.
Oh, thank you.
This is awesome. I've been wanting to have you. It's great that it worked out today. So
appreciate it.
It's awesome. Hey guys, listen, if you are in need of a ride, or you have a senior or a client, or it doesn't matter what industry you're in, a facility, if you guys need a ride anywhere at any time, give him a call. This company is incredible, and you're going to watch it grow as the time goes on. So, and I'll tell you what, guys, keep listening, like, share, follow, subscribe. This is how we get all this information out to everybody that's out there. This is the only way that we can get it out to the masses at one time. So appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you share this one, and we'll see you next time. Take care.
Good job, man.
Thanks.